Hey, this is Nevian, and this is going to be another replay. This is a best of 5 that I played against uh, Fimbulthul. He is Nubbins' little brother, but we play a best of 5. We're both random, so he starts off as the purple Terran, and I am the red Protoss, and we are playing on Desert Oasis. I'm going to start off with a pretty basic opener. I'm going to get my pylon at 8, and he's going to get his supply depot at 9, I believe. Pretty standard stuff, really. Thing about this map that is interesting is that it's a really long rush distance for ground or scouting. Like, I'm going to send this scout out. It's going to take forever to get there. So I have my pylon coming, and he's sending out his guy to go build a supply depot. But air is actually very short in this map. Very short, just right across the center there. So, this is going to be a best of 5, and after this, I believe we're going to Blistering Sands. Again, we're doing random, and I ended up randoming Protoss, and Protoss is my weakest race. Oh, there goes my gateway, and his barracks is going up about the same time, so we're about right on pace with each other, really. But anyways, and he random Terran, which is actually his worst race, so it's battle of our worst races right now. And he's completely blocked off here, so I am not going to get any vision with my scout. That's how long it took for my scout to get there, is he was able to completely block even before I got there. Now normally when I play Protoss, I try to do a block, either a hard block or more of a soft block, but usually right in this area here I build a couple gateways and maybe leave it open with just a zealot and holding position so stuff can still get out. But this time I decided not to do that. I left myself open for early Marine Rodder push, but I wasn't sure what he was going to do. He is getting a second barracks right now, so I mean that is a possibility. Both right around the same harvester count. He's getting his first gas. I'm getting 2 gas at a time. I'm actually trying to tech up pretty fast right now. I've got my cybernetics core coming in, a little more supply, and now I'm starting to boost out my probes, trying to get my economy up. Here comes my scout back from his long journey. So he's already got a couple Marines, still making some Marines. He's got his second barracks, and don't know if he's going to go try to make a factory soon or not. Doesn't have the gas for it. He's got to get guys in that gas before he'll be able to do that. I've got a few guys mining gas, and now I'm boosting out a stalker. Now I get a stalker first when I go against Terran a lot of times, because a lot of times they like to do a quick Reaper rush or something like that. If you have zealots, you're not going to be doing much. You're just kind of just be sitting there and running around, and they're just going to kite around and kill your probes while you can't catch them. So I like getting a stalker, because then it stops those really fast Reaper rushes. Builds a bunker. I probably would have just left the barracks there, but that bunker isn't necessarily a dead item, because he can salvage that and get all of his minerals back. I'm getting the warp gate technology right now, and now it looks like I'm starting to make a little bit of a block, but I don't believe I do. Here comes that Twilight Council. Like I said, I'm trying to tech up pretty fast while still having my economy up. He's getting a Ghost Academy. Now, Ghosts are really good against Protoss. Their EMP really takes out the Protoss shields and any of their special abilities, all that good stuff. So it really hurts Protoss a lot. So if he gets enough Ghosts, that could be bad times for me, especially since I look like I'm going more of a ground force right now. Now I was noticing he was scanning, and every time he scanned right in this area, and you can see from his vision everything he's scanning is just right in this area here. So I decide that I'm going to build up here, try to build a couple maybe secret buildings, so that way maybe I can catch him off guard. He's gone out and he's taken this gold expansion. It's a little bit quick for a gold expansion, but he's hoping I just don't see it. And if I don't see it, then there's a good chance that could really push the game and have him come out ahead with macro. I mean, getting 7 instead of 5 minerals is a big advantage, definitely. Especially when you have mules, and you just can mule that up real fast. So he's getting his first ghost. I've got a robotics facility on the way. I got a couple warp gates and a dark shrine on the way. In this game, I know I've played against a lot of Terran people, and they like to put siege tanks either right here, so they're sieging your minerals, or if you're the person right here, sieging. And it's such a long distance to run to that actually does work really, really well. So I'm getting an observer real quick so that way I can see what's going on, and I'm going to get a Dark Shrine for Dark Templar. I'm hoping he's not really paying attention about Dark Templar and he's just going to fall to that. That's kind of my game plan right now. I mean, I'm really, really open for the rush. I've taken my natural expansion, which is really hard to defend, especially since there's 2 ways in, and I only got 2 Stalkers right now, so I'm really taking a big risk right now. Warping in a couple more pylons. He's starting to saturate that gold expansion, but he's not doing it very quickly. And now my observer is going to come down here and take a look to see what he's doing. He's finally getting his factory. He's going a little bit slow, and that's probably just because his worst race is Terran, as I mentioned before. He's researching Cloak for ghosts, and I'm just taking a look, seeing what he's got around. And now I'm getting a warp prism. He's getting an engineering bay, researching cloak. He's doing a whole bunch of things, but I just got a warp prism. And I'm going to use that. That's their drop ship. Plus, it also can kind of turn into a pylon-ish thing. So again, he's scanning, taking a look. I'm going to go send these miners over here so I can start saturating that natural expansion. Like I said, I got my Dark Shrine. He's getting a few guys in his gold, but he's really not saturating it very quickly. He's now researching the extra stuff for ghosts and putting it on Tech Lab and getting a sensor tower. Well, I just filled up my prism with Dark Templar, and now I'm sending it down his way. I've got 4 warp gates, so once I'm in there, I'll be able to warp in more stuff to back him up. And he's got an engineering bay, but he hasn't quite made any turrets yet, so this could be really bad news for him. Like I said, I came right over here real quick just to see what was up, and now I'm going to drop right in his mineral line for Dark Templar, and that is not good at all. Now I do a little bit of a miss micro here. I tried to go for this guy back here, but he's not actually attacking. I shouldn't have lost any there. That was just bad micro on my part. I'm going to surround these guys and try to kill as many as I can. He then cloaks his ghost, but I have this observer up here, so see you later, ghost. I don't care if you're cloaked. And I also didn't know how big this prism is. I don't play Protoss very often. I'm not very familiar with the build orders. I'm really not familiar with the units and how they exactly work. I kind of just play like I would playing StarCraft Brood War.